open lanes because you know if they try to get to the rim, the anchor is back there. And after that, it's all about getting your hands up and making sure you contest every single shot.
And your anchor has to be a great communicator. He has to
About to put on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team's ready.
Yeah, you better hope so. That's the only chance you got.
I'm going to remember that, freak. It's on.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Anthony. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Houston Rockets.
And then in that game,
You change here. Freaks checked in. The Pelicans trail. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Freak in at the point.
Pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
For 3, Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Freak with it. 9 points last game out. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And the Warriors get it back. Stolen by Gordon. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Green. The Pelicans have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Warriors trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Shot to stop the run, and it's Freak missing. For New Orleans, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Holiday attacking. Here's Davis, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Davis has got 6.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Now, Freak. From beyond the arc, it's hauled in by Gordon. Pelicans leading by 8. And stolen by Freak. Fires for 3, and it's blocked by Gordon. And a fast break now for the Pelicans, and it's Evans missing.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Holiday. 6 to shoot, and a wide-open look for Freak. And again, no good by Golden State. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Fast break, here they come. Now here's Freak, covered by Evans. Here's Freak. He scores, and he's off the schneid with that basket. 1 for 7 on a tough night for him.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
From beyond the arc, Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Dishes it to Gordon. That doesn't go either for Gordon. Warriors trail by 5. And here's Freak. A 3 ball. Eric Gordon grabs the board.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Double team on Holiday. Uncovered. Jump shot is good that time. Holiday's got 5 now. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And the first half comes to a... And now the start of the second half. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Freak, he's in at point guard. Evans is out there with Looney. Then there's Ian Clark. And it's Thompson in at the small 4. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Taking a look at the Rockets, this is a big game coming up for them. They've dropped their first 2 games, and the last thing they want to do is open the season 0-3. That is not the way to tip things off. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave. Financial responsibilities, just getting tired. In my case,
I hope you've been practicing, man.
Tonight?
I don't doubt it, but I'll be the one putting on a real show.
Yeah, 9 to 5, man. Can't say about it. Best start warming up now if you want to be anywhere near my level.
Always a talker, Freak. See you out there, man.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. A battle in the Western Conference as Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
And when things...
Substitution here. Capella's checked in. Booker comes in for Michael Beasley. Harkless is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Mario Chalmers. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Freak, he's in at the point. Evans is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Livingston in at the shooting guard.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In second, the Rockets.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. There's a good screen. Harden draws the double. Beverley wide open. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Barnes against Harden. Here's Harkless. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Houston.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really.
Rockets leading by 6. They've got Trevor Ariza. Howard is out there with Beasley. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Chalmers in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Curry dishes to Freak. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That's tipped. Rocket 6. Chalmers against Thompson. Here's Freak. Tries a 3. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Chalmers with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And the basket by Brewer. And now a 10-point Rocket lead.
He had almost a free run to the hoop that time, Kevin. I mean, that was too easy.
Now here's Freak, covered by Brewer. Here's Freak. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Shot to stop the run. They shoot again. Green, no luck.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And really deep through that time. And it's 6 points for Freak. And the new beginning here, if you will, for Freak. Changed the front of his jersey, and he's looking to have a fresh start with his new team.
And, you know, that can be a bit of a whirlwind when you move from one team to another, Kevin. But Freak certainly has the talent to hopefully be able to work smoothly through it. He knows he's got to stay focused on the court, and he has shown the ability to do that.
From deep, it's deflected.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
The open shot by Brewer, and that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Brewer's got 6 here in this quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Curry kicks to Freak. And now in transition is Brewer. Here we go. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Barnes is checked in for Freak. And so we wrap up the first half. Rocket. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Trevor Booker comes in for Michael Beasley. Harkless is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Mario Chalmers.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Rockets.
You know, Clark, their big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low. It worked for them consistently.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And regaining their momentum against a team that had already beaten them once this year, this win makes it a 1-1 tie in their best-of-3 season series against the Warriors.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Harden. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Freak, he's in at point guard. Evans is out there with Festus Ezeli. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Clark in at the 2-guard position. Got a piece of it. 5 on the clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Watch him. He's coming out over there.
And the foul called on Freak. So that
Let's take them back.
2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
Trick-or-treat, give me something good to eat.
Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Warriors in Oakland. Well, for the Warriors, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And the ghouls and goblins are out as we're hosting here on Halloween night. Oh, that is very scary, Shaq. I see you decided not to dress for the occasion.
Well, when you're 7 feet and as sexy as I am, you don't need a costume. Plus, I took my kids trick-or-treating before I came here. Ernie, father duties.
Wow. I just remember the worst trick that I ever got in the bag.
Trick in the bag?
Greetings all enjoying this happy Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup in the NBA here on 2K Sports. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season. They lost the season series last year, winning 1 and losing 2.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
So Golden State will get the first. The Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Freak subbed in for Curry. On the court right now for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. And it's West, and it's Mills. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. The Warriors, number 1. The Spurs, second.
Both teams really good at passing the basketball. You look at the numbers from a season ago, very unselfish.
Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, I asked him what strategy they were going to use at the offensive end, and he told me that they did not want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Raptors.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
5 to shoot. Here's Freak. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Freak's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. From deep, that drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
And they're able to recover. Barnes can't get it to go.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for.
Look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Green. Thompson comes in for Barnes. Freak's checked in for Ian Clark. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Parker out there with Mills. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Shots good by Mills.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to Houston.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on. 2 on the clock, and it's Freak missing. Spurs trail by 14. Stolen by Thompson. There's the feed to Ezeli. The rebound by the Spurs. Leonard attacking, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Leonard's got his first basket of the night. He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always. Now here's Freak, covered by Parker. And it's Freak missing. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter. And that one's good. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knocks out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now. It's Parker with the drive. Leonard with no one around. Great look there, but off target. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Sticking too much. The 3 and the rejection by Leonard. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Freak. And we've reached halftime in this one. Warriors lead by 13. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Coach, you're going to...
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. A completely new 5 on the floor. The Spurs also with the sub. West is checked in for Tim Duncan. Freak, he's in a point guard. Ezeli is out there with Evans. Then there's Livingston. And it's Barnes in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. The Spurs have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Draymond Green. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
Here's Leonard. Sinks that one from the post.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Freak. Connects from three-point range. And the Warriors lead by 21.
You can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. 6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Lets the three fly off target. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, Clark.
Andre, a good game for you and the team tonight. Does a game like this carry more weight considering you beat a...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan, Draymond Green. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Sacramento Kings. Looking at the Kings, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. And Klay Thompson, the son of former first overall pick Michael Thompson, I mean, when he gets hot, he can take over games.
And you know what? This guy, didn't he have 37 in one quarter last year? How incredible is that to get 37 in a quarter?
Not only that, Kenny also had 26 in a quarter later on.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he can shoot over anyone with his height, and he has a quick release. You know, he probably has the prettiest shot in the game.
I would agree with that.
37 and a quarter.
Right.
And your career high.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it with a completely new 5 on the floor. The Warriors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. On the court right now for the Kings, Cauley Stein is out there with Quincy Ace. Then there's Etuan Moore. Then there's Collison. And it's Caspi in at the 3 spot. Shot clock at 5. There's Freak. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
There's the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Kings have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Now the dish to Casper. And he's good on the 3 ball.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Collison. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from Freak.
And how about that? Responding to the 3-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Yeah, and as a coaching staff, you feel helpless here. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You just hope they snap out of the rut.
Collison with it, guarded now by Barnes. Collison kicks to Moore. No good on the triple.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And he gets it to go. Warriors trail by 5. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
Boy, this has been a bumpy start for them, to say the least, in this quarter.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's their 4th turnover, and we've barely gotten started.
The Warriors making a switch here. Some changes for Golden State. Thompson, he's checked in for Evans. Freak comes in for Ian Clark. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Lewis checked in for Sacramento. Gay comes in for Caspi. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Klay Thompson is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Curry in at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
Curry kicks to Freak. Fires the three. That's good. Freak's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I really like the fire, the intensity that they're playing with now. They got off to a tough start there in the first quarter. They didn't shoot it particularly well, but they've played through it. They've been able to stick with it, and that, to me, that shows their resilience.
To the paint, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Gay outside. Gay is double.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
A lot of time they've been spending at the foul line so far, guys. They'll take those points all game long if they can get them.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting, because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
Lets it go from the wing, and it doesn't even draw iron.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
Yeah, that's what we call a potent 1-2 punch.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Collison. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Rondo kicks to Gay. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Golden State's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Here's Freak. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
They double him with Freak. Feeds it to Cauley Stein for 3. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist from Cauley Stein. And it's a 3-point Kings lead. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Freak. No good, unable to end this run.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
You've seen Darren Collison getting it done. He has 9 points and 6 assists. It's such a benefit to them when he plays this kind of game.
And really unexpected, but invaluable.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Okay, that mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
You know, the other thing they've been able to do in the early going is to get to the free throw line and convert tonight.
The first one falls. And some changes here for the Warriors. Bogut comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Freak. Sacramento also making some changes. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. And it's Bellinelli in for Rudy Gay. And both free throws good for Darren Collison.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you...
And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors by 8. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Clay.
And now the third quarter about to get going. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Even.
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He had a tremendous first half, and that clearly inspired the... And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal,